over this before. We don't have time to argue.
Inhibitor container detected.
Concerned about my roof leaking.
Legend has it
The one
Knight
over the
Riders
shed?
built these windmills.
That's the one. I have to repair it or it'll rot.
Turning on the power will change things completely.
Inhibitor container detected.
Think the poor guy's not gonna make it.
Move along, citizen.
I got the right prices. Got a license for that? Just kidding. That'll totally come in handy. Snazzy. Now that's what I call a good purchase. I love doing business with customers like you.
Until today, I thought our chances to get home. But now,
So boring today.
Shh! Didn't you listen to the briefing? We're gonna be inspected.
You know what? Say what you want about Meg, but at least when she's on guard, she doesn't have a stick up her. You know.
So tomorrow you can chat away with her.
It's a shame to admit it, but I cried when the city lit up.
All hands on. Ready to serve ya. Oh, that was on your radar, huh? Why, I had that on my radar. I'll be underwater on this purchase, but I want it. About time I ran across one of these. Yes, there it is. Tell everyone you got some fine booty right here.
Until today, I thought our chances against renegades were
Patrol. I'm innocent.
We're here. Right and peaceful. Taking the people's enough.
Subway. Get out.
Work's not going anywhere. Tell me what's up with you instead. Yesterday, my youngest said, when I grow up, I want to fit the renegades too.
You're Aiden, right?
Oh, like you
The reports
and
are
Dad.
true.
Come
You'd
on,
make a great
girl.
peacekeeper.
Yeah. And otherwise, not much going on.
Pilgrim, I heard about you. Why don't you join the PKs?
fucking prisoners have better conditions than we do.
What are they loading
Gotta
in
tell
there?
you something.
Rocks?
Just don't get offended.
You're back.
There, all fixed.
Shh. Keep it down. Sometimes the walls have ears. Do you know what this is, Aiden?
Looks like, pellets, buckshot.
Dios, que triste. These are eggs, Aiden.
You have some really small chickens.
Fish eggs. Beluga, to be exact. Straight from the Caspian Sea. Considered to be the only true caviar in the world. Dissolves on your tongue, letting you taste the waves of a black, deep sea in a faraway land. The world is full of beautiful things, beautiful sensations. Pretty boys and pretty girls. But humorless grunts don't notice that. They kill for the future and they forget the present.
They?
The major mats of the world. Please, join me. I've taken care of the UV lamps. Has Matt confided to you why he needs lamps in a place with no electricity yet? And how he's going to carry out this suicide mission? That's what I thought. Contact him. Tell him the lamps will be delivered to the TV station.
Hey, Matt, the lamps are ready and waiting for you.
Got it, Aiden. Good work. I hope one didn't give you any trouble.
Juan said that the TV station has no power. What good are these lamps to us if we can't turn them on?
One's just fucking around. Don't worry about that.
Juan? Nah, he barks a little, but I can handle him.
Good approach. Rabid dogs must be kept at bay, and when they try to bite, put them out their misery. Aiden, it's time we meet and talk about how to take that damn antenna. Wait for my signal.
Roger. That.
As you can see, Jack likes to give orders. Stay close to your radio. You'll be informed of the meeting shortly. I'll be in touch.
Get moving, citizen.
The Butcher's our greatest enemy. He's responsible for the black.
I told you. Replace the wheel. That one's no good. Where'd you dig it up? This angle grinder is probably older than you are. Look how it's held up.
I hope the kids are all right. Haven't seen them for weeks.
Hey, you. Yes, you. Come here. I'm Albert, and from what I hear, you're Aiden. You have quite the reputation, my boy, for being fearless, for boldly crisscrossing the city at night, as if it were broad daylight.
You believe all that?
At first, I didn't believe, because a pilgrim's always a guy with some kind of dark past. A bandit, a rebel, an outcast. But from what they say about you...
I'm sure whatever you've heard is an exaggeration.
Nonsense, my boy. I have something you probably don't come across all that much. Faith. Faith in you.
I'd be careful with that.
It's no time to be careful, my boy. I believe that your strength, determination, and courage are just what you need to retrieve priceless treasures before they are lost forever. Before mankind is plunged irrevocably into the intellectual and philosophical Dark Ages.
So, your books, then?
This isn't about dime store paperbacks, boy. I'm talking about the greatest works of literature ever created through the eons of human existence. The greatest thought pieces, philosophical treatises, works of romance, drama, and horror. All of which serve to illuminate and uplift humanity itself. Losing such a heritage would reduce us to cavemen, with no better way to express ourselves than through savage grunts as we scratch crude figures on walls.
Sure. How can I help?
Work with me, please, to find and secure these treasures. I've been researching the local private book collections. If I'm right, many priceless volumes may be found all around the city. Of course, many of the dwellings are now infested by these horrible creatures of the night. That's where you come in. Here, take this list. Each title on it corresponds to one of the many facets of humanity. Fail to save them, and the diamond of mankind will dull and shatter like cheap glass. Remember, we are not simply creatures of flesh and blood, but also of mind and ideas. I am charging you with the salvation of the very spirit of man.
Right. I'm off then.
Come on. Got something to show you. I know about you. You help people.
I help people sometimes, yeah.
I'll pay you, of course. I can't afford it. This is all mine. Mine and my dad's.
Not in the market for a new skirt, but... You know what, sure. Tell me what you need.
Okay. But this is just between you and me. Can't let Dad find out.
Oh, so it's his money you plan on spending.
Nonsense. I'm trying to stop Dad's girlfriend from spending his money. Elena. She's got him wrapped around her finger. They've only been together a month and she's gone through his savings already. He's even mortgaged the shop. She has to be stopped, or we'll have nothing left. Take this. It's all I have. If this goes any further, she'll kill him.
Wait, what? Kill him?
Like she did several so-called boyfriends before him. All fallen dead shortly after falling for her.
Do you have proof?
How about 4 bodies? All her exes except the last one. His name is Josh. Managed to escape her clutches alive. He can tell you all about her, I bet. Find Josh. Ask him. It may be the only way to save my father from his own stupidity.
Where can I find Josh?
Spends a lot of time at Frank's. Half in the bag. Usually after sunset. But I bet he can prove Elena is a killer.
Until today, I thought our chances against renegades were pretty good. But now, I'm not so sure.
Seen the quartermaster anywhere?
Only a brave, strong... Strong commander like Matt can end this conflict.
I think the poor guy's not gonna make it. Yeah.
My family lived in government housing, down in Houndfield. Ugly building. Built after World War II. Me, my parents, and my brother. I was 16 at the time. One day, we came home and waiting on the doorstep was this massive black cat. White moon patch of fur. Sitting there, like it owned the place.
Arrogant creature.
When he saw us, he got up, yawned, stretched his legs, and waited for the door to open. Mum scared it off.
Uh-huh. My kind of lady.
Old man, my mother would have scared you off, you limp dick. Shut your gobble and quit interrupting.
All right. Shh.
Next morning, we opened the door, and there it was. The cat zoomed right inside. Needless to say, Mum got rid of him once more. But after that, he would show up every day. Sometimes appearing inside without anyone even opening the door. My mother eventually gave in because Mooncake wore her out.
Aw, Mooncake. Cute.
Not gonna lie, he was a creepy little critter. He would appear and disappear at will. Stare at us like he was listening to us. When the pandemic broke out and Philidor locked down in 23, Mooncake took off without even a meow. We were devastated. Then, Black Monday happened. The 6th of January, 2025. The chemical bombings. Funny thing, everyone remembers what they were doing at the time. I was in the kitchen, helping Mum prepare some Jerusalem artichokes she got from a friend. Dad immediately thought about getting us away from there, but there was nowhere to go. Then, we heard a scratching at our apartment door. Mooncake was back. Showed up, meowing his head off. I knew he was trying to tell us something. Despite the chaos, we followed him into the basement. The room was a dusty mess of cables, cabinets and switchboards, and it looked like no one had been in there for ages. But then, there we saw it. An open hatch leading to a bomb shelter under the building, full of food and water. 2 years' worth. We locked ourselves in as the bombs continued to fall. Even through the thick walls, we could hear people screaming, changing, turning. When we came out, 2 million people had lost their lives. The city was a war zone. The next night, Mooncake disappeared for good. We eventually found refuge in the bazaar. My father's passed. And my brother, well, he's a peacekeeper now. Mum lives in a hut on a rooftop near the bazaar. She swears, on the anniversary of the bombing, Mooncake pays her a visit. Just for the night.
Oh, bullshit.
Kiss a spitter, old man.
I hope Vader survives.
Holy shit.
He's one of our most dedicated men.
Don't you know the law?
Your biomarker should be in perfect working
Anyone
condition.
ever look a renegade in the eye?
24/7.
So you're Packer, but you play the cards you're dealt. Am I right?
You think you're funny? Maybe you'll think otherwise.
A seasick peacekeeper? Your central command is based on a friggin' ship. You've never been on that?
The Missy, it was my home once, but no longer. Just the sight of it makes me queasy.
So you lived on the Missy. Boone, is it? What's the story with this ship?
Well, you see, I was surfing on the Missy when it arrived. Come to resupply the army after the city got walled off. No other way to enter Villador than by going up the river at that point. But then, boom! So much shit went down, so fast. You think you're at a pop-up outhouse convention. Not just in the city, but the rioters stormed the ship. Caught us completely off guard. We were under siege on our own ship. Nowhere to go. But we weren't gonna let them get their grubby paws on our supplies. No, sir. So we started dumping them overboard.
How'd you get out of there alive?
Well, a man like me has special talents. Even the enemy respects them. So I escaped with my life. Eventually, we drove the rioters from the Missy, but I stayed even after the fall. Then Pat was gone, as was half the city, and the military split into two opposing factions. The colonel on one side, Jack Matt on the other. By then, Matt and his PKs had set up shop on the Missy and chased the colonel all the way to his stronghold at the dam.
Those were the times. Damn renegades everywhere now.
Special talents? What were you? A demolitions expert? Sniper? Or are you some sort of living weapon?
I am far more than that, as you will soon find out.
Sounds intense. Must not have been easy to drive the butcher and his men away.
No, it was quite the pitched battle. And I'm proud to say, I played a key role in ensuring our troops' victory. But when it was all over, despite my devotion, I'd had enough of life on a tin can. I needed solid ground to be away from a persistent source of chaos. And from that day forward, I have been unable to step foot on any sort of seafaring vessel.
That's quite a story. You still haven't told me why the rioters didn't string you up, or what this key role was. Are you a strategist, a gunner, a navigator?
I was the cook.
Where's the cook?
Son, bullets may fill guns, steam a ship's engine, but I fill men's bellies, which allows them to carry on toward any goal. As for the rioters, they took one look at my greasy whites and passed me by. No one shoots the cook.
Ader's still in a coma. Think the poor guy's not gonna make it.
I got a big ask. Probably something with that redhead. How'd it go overall?
So, she agreed to go to
It's all good, citizen. Can I get you anything special, citizen? Excellent. Resourceful citizen, aren't you? to me whenever you got more of these. Thank you, citizen. Have a great one.
People don't even know how to handle a damn name, but it's the last.
Change the tide of the war. I hear the PK engineers are working on alarms and electric traps. Catch you stealing, you lose a hand, pal. No order without strict laws.
Best customer service. The best minds are behind these designs. I got more where that came from, buddy.
Hey, I'm Aiden. What's your name?
Match?
I was asked to bring you home.
What about the infected up there?
There aren't any. It's safe.
Then, I'll just hang here. Tell Hugh I'll, be back later.
Look, your father wants you home. He's worried.
Hugh ain't my father. I just work for him. Like a slave. I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to go back. You can't make me.
And what's Hugh's real story?
Never mind. I don't want to get other boys into trouble.
No, it's okay. You can tell me.
Stay out of it, okay? It's none of your business.
Fine, I'll talk to him myself. You really want to stay here?
Sure. Not my first time alone in the city. I can take care of myself.
I bet.
Hey, Aiden. Thanks for clearing out the infected.
No problem, kid.
Aiden, we're about to meet up in the canteen. Join us.
Roger.
Ugh.